What is good, people? We're back again. It is third down. We're talking about Odell Beckham missing the Duke workout. Is it an issue? Is it not? Is this like a practice? We're not talking about the game. We're talking about practice. Tim, Fogme, Josh, what's good?
Yeah.
Hey, so we're talking about Odell Beckham Jr., right?
That smile already. Oh my God! Why did we make this a third down? Why? Why did we even agree to this?
Well, our brother James Cooper, who's not here right now, he thought
You're
it was
correct.
a great idea,
Hey,
and listen, he said we should talk about this. So
he's got a valid
Victor,
opinion.
Yeah, he does. He has a very valid. And Victor, you're watching Victor. You can dial in anytime you want, Victor. But I'm gonna start it off. Okay. Odell Beckham Jr. was Eli Manning gave him an invitation to work out with him, Brandon Marshall, and the other Giants players at Duke. Odell Beckham Jr. goes every year. But this time he says he couldn't go, according to reports, because he has a dentist appointment. So, they had pictures of him working out with Johnny Manziel, which is cool. Johnny Manziel is getting ready for NFL return out, and I hope he does get that return. But the question is this a problem for for the New York Giants? And here's the thing, okay, some of you Giant fans at 2-minute warning, you guys need to listen up. You guys need to fall back and understand that it's not always about always practice. It's more than that. See, a long time ago, for the ones who jumped on the Giants bandwagon, there was a couple of players, and Michael Strahan and Tiki Barber, who complained about Tom Coughlin running hard practices. And ever since that, the CBA changed the rules on practicing. Basically, 1 a days or 2 a days. Mini camp is spread out. It's not intense the way it was back then. It's kind of soft now. So when it comes time to April 17, and the players report to the facilities, weigh-ins, see what's going on with them, get their instructions on how much weight they got to lose, and etc. The playbook. The players get together. The leadership, the leaders on the team get together, and they form a workout on their own. Because here's the thing: as long as there's no head coach involved telling them what to do, it's all gravy. So the players get together because they value their practice time, because it's not as much practice as it was back then. So when a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., misses time, especially with the performance he had in the playoff last year, it is a problem. It's also a problem because here's the thing, and I'm going to keep it real. Odell Beckham Jr. is the best wide receiver in the league, if not the second best wide receiver in the league, next to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown just got a monster contract, making $17 million a year. And Brandon Marshall just got on the Giants, is still making more money than Odell Beckham Jr. So there was a time a guy like Deshaun Jackson went to the same thing in Philadelphia, where he wanted his contract. He was the lowest paid receiver. Hell, Steve Smith, who was on the Giants, went to Philadelphia, was making more money than Deshaun Jackson that year. And he was a 4th, 5th receiver. So you cannot tell me a diva wide receiver, a great wide receiver, is not going to feel some type of way about, wait, I'm making $1 million or $3 million this year, and this guy's making 6 or 7, and I'm the one getting the target. I'm the one in the newspaper. He want to get taken care of. But some of you Giant fans out there, y'all hard-headed. Y'all want to go ahead, he got a 5th-year option. You're going to tell him he can wait. He can wait for his contract. Let him wait. Don't rush. Let him wait 2 more years. Are you guys being so defensive and not real? Like, you're gonna tell another man to wait for his money? He's been the top 5 receiver since he came out in the draft. Now, I said a long time ago, that Odell Beckham Jr. will be the first receiver not to finish out his rookie year, because he's going to be the best receiver. It's about money. Did Detroit let Calvin Johnson wait for his contract? No, they didn't. Did we not see how the Pittsburgh Steelers handled Antonio Brown? He wanted money. They gave him to him in 2 weeks later, the highest paid. So, yeah, it is a problem, Giant fan. Yes, practice is very important. Leadership is very important, especially when they're trying to win a championship this year. Did the Giants have to give this Pierre-Paul that money? Wake up and smell the coffee. You know what we need to do, Giant fans? Put your hand in Manning's shit, that golden shit, and understand what it is touching. Eli Manning wants to win now. Did we miss the playoffs? Come on, stop it. Give him the money 2 more years later. He can wait. And on top of that, Josh, another problem, you're going to have to choose between him and Landon Collins. You can't keep everybody, y'all. You can't. So what Cooper was saying earlier, y'all need to listen. This is a thing they do all the time. Odell Beckham Jr. can afford to miss training camp. You know why? You're getting docked. You don't make enough money. The best receiver in the league doesn't make enough money to be docked. But you still don't want a disgruntled player.
Guess what? YouTube Nation's going to be shocked with my response of homerism. It's not really a big deal to me. Odell's been playing at Duke with these little workouts since he was in high school. Do you think Odell knew he was going to get drafted by the Giants, 4 years down the road? Probably no. And he's still there, working out through high school years. Eli knew him. And then even in college, I'm sure he might have tried to attend 1 or 2 with Eli. Odell's, we can rag on him for the playoff drop against the Packers. I like to. He definitely dropped the ball in more than one way. But if we're being realistic about Odell, he's far and away the furthest player that we have to worry about right now on the Giants 53. And I wish we had Cooper available because I kind of want to hear more of his opinion on this, especially, with the whole contract issue, because the way I view it, trying to be a realist and a fan at the same time, is we have Eli for maybe 1 to 2 more years. His contract is a hefty one. His contract goes, we're going to implement that more towards Odell. He's going to start getting that, whatever it is, probably 15 upwards. It might even be close to 20 mil a year. So it's going to be in the Giants' best interest, you're right, to probably try to lock up that long-term deal more closely to his 5th-year option than it would be to wait until it's over. And it's hard. If you're a competitive dude, and I'm sure Fox, Tim, I do it myself, even in my own workplace. I look at others that are earning more than me, and I'm like, how the hell do you get a bigger paycheck than I do when you do jack shit? And that's the way, that's probably what Odell's looking at too. He's probably looking at the contract list, and he's like, I burn him. He can't touch me. He can't sniff my jock. What the hell is this? And I'm making $800,000. It starts to play a little role. It definitely does. I'm not saying it doesn't. Everyone's human. When you're better than somebody and you have that confidence and you have the stats to back it up, hell yeah, you want the money to back it up and support you in your cause. It's going to be a little interesting to see where the Giants go, because I believe, in my opinion, that Eli's money is going to go towards Odell once Eli's out of the picture with the franchise. And like I said, it's going to be smarter to lock him up sooner than later, and because you're going to have to deal with other wide receivers coming up in the game and getting even bigger deals. So you don't want to end up spending top dollar when you can probably get away with a few million in savings,
I'm with you, Josh. I don't think it's that big of a deal right now. I mean, he's missing 2 weeks before they actually have to report. I think on the 18th. So it's not that big of a deal. But to echo both your and Tim's sentiments, exactly. This could be the beginning of a issue that can be created due to contract. You look at the players that are making more money than him right now at his position: Brandon LaFell, Marcus Wheaton, Kenny Britt, Rashard Matthews, Travis Benjamin, Alan Hearns, Mohamed Sanu.
Post that.
That's ridiculous. I thought I was going to scroll down and see him somewhere along the lines of 15 or 20. He's along the lines of 30 or 40 as far as pay is concerned. This is
shout out to Chauncey Scott. he said he had oral surgery. So I think he's trying to put it into context. It's not simply just seeing oral surgery. So
yeah, it was a wisdom tooth. They said
was it a wisdom tooth?
wisdom tooth. Here's the thing: you're going out there, you're touring. Listen, here's the thing. I'm sorry, Fog. I know you were talking. You're going out there, you're touring with celebrities. You're practicing with Johnny Manziel. You mean to tell me through that whole time you couldn't schedule a dental appointment? But the time when the month of April, when players come in together, you're telling me, oh, I can't go because I have I have an appointment.
Well, yeah, you schedule out of convenience.
Oh my God!
You didn't want to go. You didn't want to look like an ass. So you schedule it perfectly to when they would expect you to go,
good.
so you have a legitimate excuse.
That's good. You know what's so funny? It's gonna be so funny when it turned to another issue during minicamp. Oh, we're gonna hear the same excuse. He got another 2 years. Eli Manning's contract is running through 2019. 19 is the option year. Now here's the thing. That means they got 2 years to get a quarterback in place. Is a free agent before Odell Beckham Jr. You're telling me, Odell, can you wait another 2 years? You know, just make the $2 million, the $3 million.
Yeah, but Tim,
because we want to pay.
Tim, Josh wasn't saying that. Neither was I. As a matter of fact, Josh said the complete opposite. They've got to sign him, not wait out the contract. Quite honestly, if they want to do something, they may want to try to do it before this season is over to get a deal in place to pay this.
But five man. No, and it was against you. It's against the ones in 2 minute warning. Hey, like Victor, I know you're watching, Victor. Hey. Can you repeat that again? I don't think I'm the only one.
They are going to have to sign this guy before the end of the season.
Okay.
To a long-term deal.
Okay.
Because
I can't disagree with it.
Because otherwise, he may just say screw it, and come the end of the contract, what's going to happen then?
Hold on, I'm typing. They're all Giant fans.
And that's why it's going to be interesting with the Giants too, because that's why I kind of wanted to hear more of James Cooper's take, because he had an interesting take. But at the same time, it was like, when have the Giants really been in the position to have to pay one of the best in the league? They had to really only do it with LT. That really comes to mind. And the contract negotiations back in '86 compared to, he might have. Yeah, I guess you could say, well.
They've never really had to pay.
Because he never really gave us a headache. The only time Strahan really gave us a headache was when he said he was just going to sit out training camp or something in his last season before retiring. And I mean, it worked out for him. I wouldn't recommend it for other players, but shit. At the same time, we really haven't had to really, been in this position. And that's the more interesting part too. It was Wellington Mara back in the day dealing with LT, and now it's John Mara and Steve Tisch. And Steve Tisch is more of the operative business insider guy, while Mara is more of the business operative, player personnel scout guy. So it's going to be really Steve Tisch and the Giants kind of planning this out business-wise, money-wise. How can they move money around? What can they do with possibly Eli's contract in the next year to get Odell signed to that long-term? So
he was so funny. You know what's so funny? He's a Manning. You're not touching his contract because he got 2 more years left. He's getting older.
He's not untouchable, Tim, and he didn't play great last year. So if he does it again this year,
but again, you gotta have a replacement. And here's the thing: you don't have a defense like that and a star and offense like that and have nothing.
And that's why we're probably drafting a Q.
There you go. Now, here's the thing to y'all old Giant fans out there. Here's the thing. Hey, Fogg, I love how you mentioned the other receivers. But you know what? Can I give you this list? In the NFC East, we got Alshon Jeffrey. He just got to the Bears. He's making $10 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
Compare his stats to Odell. Okay, we got Terrell Pryor. His first ever 1,000-yard receiving. He's making $8 million. That's more than Odell Beckham Jr. Now, Des Bryant, Love him. He don't put up numbers like Odell Beckham Jr.
He's
He's making his regular money. 17 mil this year. So here's the thing. When you look at Odell Beckham Jr., he's like, damn. Brandon Marshall comes here. He making 6 money. Wait, I know what it is. The contract. Oh, really? Now, here's the thing. See, this is where I love Jerry Jones.
No, he's making more money than Dwayne Harris.
Jerry Jones. Hey, you know what's funny? Dwayne Harris last year was making more money than Odell Beckham Jr. Remember, he had a 7 mil.
He deserves it.
7 mil. So the thing is this: every Giant fan, you either want to be defensive, or you don't want to talk about it, or some may just, well, why are we talking about it? It is a problem because if we watch football, this is how it starts when you see players not participating in certain things. Odell Beckham Jr. also missed a charity event under his name for Odell Beckham Jr. Foundation from the New York Giants. Everybody came there to give him an award, and he didn't show up to his own event. So I mean, it don't mean anything, right? But hold up, the other fans make a big deal that Tony Romo didn't go to the basketball game with Jason Garrett. We can make a big deal about that, but y'all don't understand. The Giants are trying to win a championship. The moves they made this year, keeping Jason Pierre-Paul, trying to give Hankins that money.
When
Josh
trolling hurts feelings, 101.
Hey, listen, Josh, you made a great point. With Ezekiel Wild, whatever his name is, great point. He retired. Thank God his son JPP. Great insurance.
Odigizua.
Great insurance. Yeah. So the Giants, that defense still intact.
His first name was actually more fun to say. Sorry to cut you off. No
problem. But see, here's the thing. The Giants are trying to win the championship this year. They trying so hard to win the championship this year. And you cannot have a disgruntled star receiver come into camp telling about money. Do you guys got cap room to give him the money this year? Oh,
listen,
no, wait.
He can take his disgruntled ass to the corner of the end zone and do some over-the-shoulder practice catches 200 times a day until he catches every one of them.
Listen, you guys got to listen, and I keep it real. There's certain players that have to wait for their rookie deal, but when Randy Moss didn't have to wait for his rookie deal, he got paid.
He's got a good mentor. That's one of the reasons I'm really glad Brandon's over there. Everyone wants to say he's a head case himself. It's, Eli's going to go bald after this season. But I'm actually really happy because I view Brandon as one of the most turned, around athletes in the leagues. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Now I think he's been in that spot to know where Odell's coming from. And I think he's the mentor he needs.
No. See, here's the thing. This is where you got it wrong. It's where you get it wrong. See, here's the thing. I love and I respect Brandon Marshall. He's an analyst now. He's an analyst first. Remember, this move was a favor. It's not something he just jumped and wanted. It's a favor.
So are you saying Josh
to get Brandon Marshall
analyst now, and he's not really a player per se?
Well, no, Josh Noah's gonna get toasted regardless. We all know that and said that. He's nobody. He's not. But here's the thing. Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't like to be told nothing. And that's just the way I look at it from his past issues. He doesn't like to be told anything. He doesn't like another male to tell him how to be. Mm-hmm. He's basically,
it's part of growing up.
Especially where it is part of growing up. Now, the thing is this, what happened last year, in the offseason, Giant fans don't want to talk about, there's nothing wrong. Well, how about this guy? I mean, we're talking about things like hitting your head on the wall right next to the general manager, and he's telling, yo, come get this guy. What's wrong with him? Yeah, that's your guy. But you got a GM like Jerry Reeves telling everybody in public that he needs to grow up. I don't think Odell took that lightly. And mind you, I would have said that on TV. I would have went to him personally. You embarrassed him. You made him feel that bad, that low. So here's the thing: he's probably not for that. We don't if he thinks this or if somebody around him is telling him this. Mm-hmm. No, they didn't like how you was last year, but you're not getting paid. Yeah. Look at your contract. Look at your numbers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Those are the things that will flare up.
And it was the right message. It was just the wrong choice of words.
Exactly. And Fogman, you an Eagles fan. Listen, you seen it with Deshaun Jackson. He was told he's going to get paid during training camp. What happened? Week 1, he didn't get paid. What did he do? He put an insurance claim on himself. And every time he caught a ball, what did he do? He would go down. It looked like he didn't want to get hit. Why? Because of security. Because here's the thing. Odell Beckham didn't get hurt. Matter of fact, this is the 4th year coming up, right? That means next year is the option year, right?
Yeah.
Odell Beckham cannot get hurt. These last 2 years, he cannot get hurt. Because he gets hurt, the value goes down. And I'm not being a hater. I'm just keeping it 100. No player wants to go out there with no security, especially if you're a top 5 guy. That's why Antonio Brown got paid. He wanted to get paid. He goes, I earned my stripes. Where's that cheddar at? They gave it to him.
Well, this is something that the Giants are notoriously known not to do. Is pay money. Again, the last year was the first time we seen them spend money in free agency. And I think that was because Jerry Reese was like begging for his job at this point. Please let me do something. I promise we'll finish with a winning record.
Yeah, listen. Listen. Odell Beckham Jr. is the best receiver in the league. It's so easy for somebody to say, "Oh, we're gonna pay him." With what? Look at the moves being made. Not for nothing. If I'm the Giants, if you don't sign Odell Beckham Jr., it's not a wrong move either. It's what you do to get him. The wrong move is what you get in return. And I'm talking about like the Minnesota Vikings trading Randy Moss for Napoleon Harris, which is the dumbest move I've ever seen. That's a crazy move. And then the Raiders gave up Randy Moss for a 4th-round pick for the Patriots. That was a trashy move. Odell Beckham Jr. is worth 2 first-round picks. So the Giants, if I'm the Giants and you feel Odell that's the future and you think Shepard's the guy to build around and you could get you to another receiver in the draft, no worries. But you Giant fans, be prepared. Because Odell Beckham Jr., for a guy who likes to bump his head on the wall and do this on national TV, oh my God. Do you think he care about embarrassing himself about wanting more money? Nope. And once it comes out, everybody's gonna have his back. His numbers speak for itself.
Yep.
Numbers speak for itself.
Can't argue that.
I would love him in Dallas.
Can't argue that, sir.
I would love him in Dallas.
That's why the Giants haven't made much moves this offseason, and everyone's going to be looking for them to make moves. They can't afford to make moves if they're going to try to put a deal together for Odell.
And they still haven't got O-line yet. And that's the one thing.
And again, they're going to hope that that works out through the draft and hope that Flowers comes around. But they don't have a running back either.
Hey, you know what, Josh? You know what is Josh? Cool. You got to tell these Giant fans. Y'all got to, stop being so defensive. Until he practice, it's he gonna get paid, or he can wait 2 more years. Put your mind in his mind as a man. What he think you think like Josh? You just
all
said
right.
it.
I'll tell my camp to stop being defensive about Odell. You tell your camp to stop being defensive about Romo in the Hall of Fame. All right. Sound good?
Romo's done. Romo's done.
Does that sound good?
I'll
tell my camp. You tell your camp. Then we'll meet in the middle for Boston cream donuts.
Let's check out it. Boston cream. Can I have some coffee? A latte? I have a latte. Hey, but listen. You know what's funny? DeAndre Hopkins is next up. He's got to pay him. Didn't DeAndre Hopkins?
Mike Evans. Jarvis Landry will be coming up. Odell Beckham will be coming up. The young guns. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Hopkins is up, I think, this year.
Cooper, too. I forgot Coop.
Oh, Amari Cooper. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. That 18, 19
the next 2 years are going to be very interesting for these guys.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of money.
Thank God we paid Dez already. Holy crap. Thank God we paid him.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Are we almost wrapping up, or just any more?
No. We good. Listen, you Giant fans over there, Bob, Victor, Anthony, just call. Don't be scared. It's only a phone
Don't
call.
listen to him,
Call.
guys. Don't let him hurt your
Don't
feelings.
boycott it. Don't boycott it. Just make a phone call. Don't be mad. And listen, wait. If you guys trade Odell Beckham Jr. for a 5th round pick, I won't say nothing. I'm gonna keep quiet. I promise that.
I'll murder somebody.
Yeah. You heard it here first, guys. Tim promised to be quiet, just like he promised the Cowboys going to win next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey! I said 16-0 that was going, and you went 13-3. I was close.
Close, but didn't make it.
It's close.
And didn't seal the deal in the playoffs either.
It's win or lose, Tim. Win or lose. There is no trophy participation. On that note, what was that, Tim? Listen,
No, I'm good.
you're good? All right.
I'm good.
On that note, folks, we'll see you guys again next week. Tim, when is that the drafts again?
Oh, we're gonna have next week. We're gonna start doing NFL trivia, where we're gonna challenge the fans to call in and answer their team questions. Let's see who the real fans of 2 Minute Warning are.
No Googling.
And we're gonna no Googling. Real fast and snappy. And we're gonna discuss about their teams and discuss about how they feel about the draft, any specific player they want. And then coming up in the last week in April, we're gonna have our 2 Minute Warning annual draft party in Google Hangouts. So we had fun last year, and we was up all night.
Oh yeah, we had a blast.
We're gonna have it was a blast, and
it's a little webcam party, man.
Yeah, me and Josh, me and Josh ain't scared this year. Bogmegan's not scared this year. What the predictions are. We good.
I'm bringing the Stella. Fox is bringing some chicken wings. I think Tim's got the apple empanadas. So everyone bring us.
Oh yes,
empanadas. All right, folks. That's our show today. Catch us next week, and that's it. Cold cuts. Pew 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 pew.
Later, knuckleheads.
Hey, later. Hey, Sean, no bean pies.
No what pies?
No bean pies this year. Put me up last year.
Maybe next year.
Next year.